I will not let an exam result decide my fate. I coined that phrase when I was in my second year of university, which is strange. I actually have a video whereby, you may not be able to find it now, I may put it on private, but it's called Caged Bird, whereby I went around the library with a little Panasonic camera and I was getting everyone to say, I will not let an exam result decide my fate, I will not let an exam result decide my fate. And then I did a little video in the uni corridor with, you know, with my super effective camera editing skills, and I was switching, check it out if you get a chance, I'll probably link it. Yeah, but that phrase, to an extent, a lot of it is self-explanatory, which I prefer, but it was kind of like, it wasn't about exams specifically to the extent that people thought it was. It's more about not letting something else dictate your potential or tell you how much you're worth. That's the key message I want everyone to get from it. There's people so many times in life allow themselves to be dictated by society's perception of what success is, or society's. Some people don't want to pursue certain careers because their parents will say that, you know, it's frowned upon. Like, you know, the parents will say that it's frowned upon, but then look at someone who's doing it successfully, and that becomes their form of entertainment. I know so many talented athletes that used to play sports, but they didn't take it to that next level. I'm not saying they could have made it. It's very difficult to make it in the world of sports, but they didn't because their parents were like, there's no longevity in that. But then their parents would be saying, Arsenal, Manchester United, and they'll be arguing about the game all weekend in the pub. I mean, but they didn't want their son to pursue, and parents want the best for you. I'm even going off topic. That's a different explanation for something else, another piece. But yeah, I will not let an exam result decide my fate. So I wrote that not because of my grades, but because I thought, you know what, fuck this. They say that I need to do this to be successful, I need to do that. I don't need any result to tell me what I'm worth. I don't need anybody to tell me what I can ascertain to, and I'm just going to pursue that myself. And when people say you do need exam results to decide your fate because you need it to get a job, and that's what people were saying to me. Totally understandable, you need to get a job, but your job doesn't exactly mean your whole fate. Your fate is a broad concept. Your whole entire existence is your fate. A job is just one aspect of your fate. So for you to think that your job is your fate to an extent, I believe personally, that's pretty naive. I mean, when I was exam result, a number is going to dictate your whole future, your whole life, the kind of person you're going to be. And in so many instances it does. If you tell a young kid at a certain age that they're stupid because they got certain results, or if you indirectly say they're not as academically inclined, or they're not as clever as someone else, that has a snowball effect. And as they get older, they start to adopt that, you know what I mean? And then that's what I mean by their fate. Their whole life is dictated, how they live their life from that point on is dictated by that simple assessment that was written by a number or a letter which determined who they were. And my whole ethos was that, no, that is not right. There's so many things that go on in our life, there's so many aspects of our personality which are not quantifiable, which cannot be found in 1 or 2, 3 letters, or a couple of numbers, or a job role. And that was the whole idea, and that's what gave me that I will not let an exam result decide my fate. Sitting in campus study, and I studied for my exam, don't get it twisted, but I thought at the end of the day, when I'm done with this, I'm going to be something greater than this. I'm going to be something bigger than this. So whatever happens in this is cool, but I'm going to try and take myself to that next level. I can't change because I was always told that if you think something is not right, or that people are not addressing it the way it should be, the least you can do is speak up. So I guess that's how people make a difference.